This is like old school. This is like 1999 Usher.
That was 2001, yeah.
Yeah, see? Look at that. See, I know my hip hop.
This is the super old school. 97. This is Byron Lazine and Nicole White, and you are tuned into episode 86 of The Real Word.
Word is up.
The word is up. This is, by the way, if you're looking for me to rip into something or somebody, this is the wrong episode. This is going to be the softest real word of all time.
We started going through, and I'm like, wow, we're soft today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nicole picked all three of the topics.
Oh.
Just want to make that clear.
Clearly.
Who's the softie over here? And so we've got two rackets and then one marketeer of the week.
Yeah, it's interesting though because it's not really like
an
a
individual
specific person.
It's a marketeer theory.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not really a theory. People are doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a theory to me.
Okay.
We'll get into that at the end. Let's start with racket number one. The show Fixer Upper, Chip and Joanna. That's how I go. I didn't really follow the name of the show. So Chip and Joanna houses can be tough to sell in Waco, real estate agents say.
Argue.
Well, they say.
They're saying it.
Yep. These agents out here in Waco are hating on Chip and Joanna. So some of these homes.
Well, that or maybe it's just the listing agent is trying to cover her tracks for why she can't sell the house.
So some of these are getting marked up as high as 75% of market value, 25% to 75%, based off of the fact that they were on the show Fixer Upper, which used to be on what, HGTV?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Used to be on HGTV.
Well, you can watch reruns on HGTV.
And you can still see the reruns there. They're now moving over to their own network.
They are.
So, interestingly enough.
Yep.
They'll have their own network soon enough. And
but
anyway.
It'll still be with HGTV. I think it's through Discovery, which I think HGTV and Discovery are part of the same network.
What we're talking about is that these agents and owners are learning the hard way. So what happens? Here's an example. Season 2, the Asian Ranch House. It was featured on season 2 of the hit HGTV show. And they put out a price tag of $679, and the agent is saying that is likely the burden to the sale. The average price for homes that sold in Waco were around $215,000. So they're saying, listen,
yikes. They
do great work. They're super popular, the finishes that they're putting into these homes, but agents are saying Waco can't support this high-end luxury market, and certainly to some degree they can because people are investing in these homes and they're paying more than the $215,000, but they don't have a bulk of luxury buyers. It sounds like.
Have you actually watched the show?
I have not.
Okay, so because these buyers though are buying the homes at market value in my mind,
and then they're fixing them up.
So they're because when they bring Chip and Joanna in, their budget is $200. So Chip and Joanna are finding a house for $100, and then are investing. So they're really
to your point. The shotgun house, which was featured on season 3, they purchased the house for $28,000.
Yes.
And then it's on the market for $950.
Yes.
That's bonkers.
So that's what I'm saying. It's not, because in my mind, the finishes aren't high end. It's not a luxury property. They're making it a luxury property by listing it at $679.
Or $950 when you bought it for $28,000.
Right.
But it looked like a new construction.
So they're not investing that much money into the homes. They're just thinking that the popularity is allowing it to be worth that much more. I mean, we're talking about just like subway tiles in the kitchen backsplash. I mean, we're really talking about.
I think it's much easier for fans to walk into Home Goods and buy one of Joanna's products from Home Goods or from wherever.
Not Home Goods, they would be going to Target.
Or Target.
But that's the point now, is that they've now become so accessible that anybody can now throw up shiplap and buy Joanna's basket that she used.
Buy her
she's
basket.
Selling them. Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense at scale for people even to probably overpay 25 to 75% for a basket. Makes a lot of sense to me because Joanna's name is on it.
Yes.
or a paint color, pay 25 to 75% more,
paint.
right? For her like favorite 3 paint colors, pay more for that.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense to me. But or like you mentioned before the show, they've got Airbnbs that they own.
Well, but also the homeowners. So like
or
that Asian ranch, they should just be Airbnb.
Exactly. That's a great call. The Asian ranch, you want to get a return on your investment, Airbnb it. Market it as Chip and Joanna's Asian Ranch home from season 2. You're going to get a 25, 75, maybe even 100% markup. And I believe people would just say, let's go vacation in Waco because we want to stay in their home.
Well, people are already vacationing in Waco to go visit the Magnolia
so you can stay at their Airbnb.
Yes.
That to me makes a lot of sense to make money. But when someone is actually going to buy the home and pay a mortgage payment for the next 30 years, they're going to be looking for what can I actually sell the house for? What's my exit plan? What are the other comps? Hopefully they are working with a good agent locally.
You know
I know Chip and Joanna have their own real estate company. Maybe they're working with one of their agents.
No, they're not. But you know what you should do if you're like an investor, that would be not that you would want to spend $659,000 on it, but I'm pretty certain you could probably run some numbers and figure out a good price to actually buy the Asian ranch house now. And then Airbnb it out. You could probably make a decent amount of money.
I
would run some numbers.
If I'm one of these listing agents that is taking the overpriced fixer-upper house and the sellers are adamant about overpricing it, okay, listen, that means we're only going to target investors, to your point.
You have to. And like not local investors. Like
Airbnb investors.
Like people that, yes.
And we're going to market this as an investment opportunity. Here's your return.
Yes.
If you have it rented out or Airbnb'd out for 275 nights of a year, and this is what you're going to make, then you can drive a higher sale.
Right. Because I think at that point, too, even if the investor can make back his money in the first 5 years, because I figure you have like what? I mean, we were talking about there's probably just there's going to be a run here, right? Maybe a 5-year run. I mean, if they work their magic, maybe you have a 10-year run, right?
For Chip and Joanna. Yes. Because I argued before the show, and I would make this argument to any investor thinking about this. Yeah, you're going to have shelf life on Chip and Joanna. This isn't Coca-Cola. They're not McDonald's. They don't have so much brand equity that in 15 years, Nicole believes they do. Well, I don't.
I'm not saying that I do. I think that they're taking all of the right steps in order to have that.
Yeah, they could. I don't think they have brand equity that if they don't stop producing content, which sounds like they're going to keep doing shows, which means their brand should continue to grow.
Well, they're opening coffee shops. They're opening
Their
bakeries.
Brand to me grows if they continue to pour in on their content production year after year after year. That'll keep them relevant.
Yes. And they need to stay married.
They would have to stay married.
Yes.
There's a little marriage advice. If you're listening, Chip or Joanna, stay
sure
married
they're fine.
out there.
There's just so many rumors always.
Oh, boy. Rumorville.
But anyway, I do think that if an investor goes in, they hit it
first.
hard.
Are we breaking the rumors?
No, we're not.
Okay.
Well, I mean.
We're breaking them?
What does that mean, breaking them?
Has anyone else reported on these rumors?
No. Yes. It's been all over.
I didn't know if we had inside info.
Well, then they had a baby.
Because then we could have really put it in the headline.
Oh, gosh. No. Stop it.
Chip and Joanna getting divorced. Put that in the headline
we're
of
not
this show.
putting that in the headlines. Never. I would never spread any horrible rumors like that. But, again, I do think an investor could probably scoop it up. I mean, if you really think about it, too.
You're going to get attention. They had 18,000 views on this particular listing.
You could even turn it into like a bed and breakfast Airbnb because then you could rent out each room. You know, you have a living room so people can then actually, like, you could even do it like that, too. I would do a bed and breakfast.
And so I don't think they're tough
that would be fun.
I think what agents are saying is a complete racket. These homes are not tough to sell.
They're making excuses. Well,
there was 18,000 views on the listing. These are not tough homes to sell. Price them accordingly. 75% makes it tough to sell.
Well,
75% markup.
But that's the point of the article. She's saying that it's the price that's making it difficult to sell.
So,
yes.
There you go. All right, racket number 2. Oh, boy, what happened there? Bracket number 2, Beverly Hills real estate agent accused of burglarizing celebrity homes, including Usher and Adam Lambert. Do you know who Adam Lambert is?
I do, yeah. Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Isn't that Adam Lambert, right?
It's
not.
Know.
That's Adam Levine. That's him right there.
There's Adam Lambert.
That's him right there. What? He's part of...
He won American Idol.
No.
Is that it?
Now we're doing rumors.
Oh,
now we're starting rumors.
All right, well, let's find out here.
Now we're breaking rumors.
I mean, here's
I'll
the
Google him.
Here's the punchline for me. I don't care who Adam Lambert is. Usher, obviously, everybody knows who Usher is,
Yes.
especially if you grew up in the 90s. And so these are two musicians that were targeted in I guess recently here, August. Okay, so these guys were arrested in August. It was leading up for years.
From December
There
2016 to August 2018.
16 to 2018, these guys, Jason, Emil, Yaselli, and Benjamin.
Yeah, he was actually. He was a runner-up on American Idol.
Ooh, runner-up.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know him. I only know the winners.
Wow.
So these two guys, these two agents,
Rendezvous,
have been charged with several crimes and taking more than $500,000 through fraud and embezzlement. Tom Ferry says the line over and over and over and over again, and this is a line that agents should be articulating to their community. Who you work with absolutely matters, right? If you're a consumer, buyer, or seller, and you're going to hire a real estate agent, you should be really vetting that person out. I would guess that Jason and this other guy, Benjamin, didn't have many Zillow reviews, didn't have many past clients that could really. And here's the problem, though. Here's the problem.
If they're getting Usher's
No,
house,
they weren't getting Usher. They were setting up showings on Usher's house. And so here's the problem, right?
I thought it was during open house. I thought this was all happening during open houses. I thought they were having, look right there, during open houses, weren't they?
During open houses, sure. So they're going to an open house because they're an agent and they're getting free access.
Open houses.
Or hosting it for somebody, right? Were they hosting the open house? We need to clarify that.
The men identified the targets or committed the burglaries during open houses.
During open houses.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought they were the listing agents.
But starting from the most basic principle, you need to really vet out who you're hiring, understand who you're hiring. Now, this gets into layer number 2. This is why people do still hire agents and don't just let anybody go into their house like Open Door or whatever, is because a lot of people ask that their listing agent is there because they don't know who the buyer agent is coming to their house with these potential buyers, right? Like if they were just setting up showing assist viewings with their buyer and the listing agent was just approving it because Ben is a licensed guy and he comes through the house, right? And there's not cameras set up. Well, it's like, well, gee, Ben showed it on Tuesday. Oh, well, was anybody there from your firm? No, nobody was there. We let Ben and his buyers come through.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that listing agents should be at showings?
What I'm saying is that listing agents.
On camera now.
I'm saying that listing agents that aren't having the conversation up front with sellers, right? They should be addressing how they're doing their showing. So, hey, you're going to be on a lockbox. I'm going to let people into your house without me, right? Now, is there a camera here? We always ask, is there a recording device on the property? And that seller should really understand, like, who are you letting in? Are you just letting in licensed people or people you know and work with?
Yeah, it's a hard one because, I mean, again, both of these individuals were licensed. So you are, I mean, they've obviously been in the business a little while because they've been stealing for 3 years. So we know that they were at least in the business a few years.
And we're talking about people that these are luxury price points.
Super luxury. Yeah, and it sounds like they were stealing the stuff to pay like their credit card bills.
Yeah, and we've always kind of been a big believer in you get into a certain luxury price point as the listing agent, you should be at that showing. Okay? Luxury is going to be different in every single market. Typically, there are more things to talk about or explain or showcase in a luxury property.
Right.
If you're selling a 3-bed, 2.5-bath house in your typical neighborhood, there's not going to be as much to showcase. Those buyers are likely coming off a tour of 4, 5, 6 homes.
Right.
But in the luxury price point, there's a lot more to discuss because there's, this was imported from Italy. This is a special hardwood, right?
I love that when the fireplaces have the imported stone.
So there's going to be more things to discuss.
Right.
And there's also going to be, let's just face it, more personal valuables in the home.
Right.
Artwork, jewelry.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying that the lower price point doesn't have things in their home that can get stolen, but it's more likely in the luxury price point to happen. So listing agents in the luxury price point should always be there.
It's just super unfortunate because I feel like real estate agents we're always just looked poorly on. I'm like,
Beverly Hills real estate agent. I mean, these guys were stealing. They should be
stealing.
looked poorly on. This is a CNN
I'm not,
article. Which
I'm
we'll,
not, and
we'll
I don't mean them. I just mean it's just in general.
It's
just
a reflection.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is why, if you're a good agent out there, keep pushing out the crap. All right? Keep pushing out those crappy agents by doing great branding, great marketing, taking care of your clients. And these guys won't get the opportunities to be in these homes.
Look at you. Is that your nugget?
That's my nugget right there. All right.
Was that your memorable moment?
No, this is the marketer of the week, though.
Yes.
The marketeer of the week. All right? And this is a Realtor Mag article.
It's actually an article, not so much an actual example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a Realtor Mag article. Agents find homes for people, comma, puppies. Nicole, you want to elaborate?
How do you feel about this one?
I want you to elaborate, and then I'll give my thoughts.
So agents are actually now bringing puppies or dogs. It shouldn't just say puppies. They're going to shelters, taking dogs that need homes and bringing them on showings. I don't know that they're trying to necessarily. I think in some instances they are trying to sell the dog, or I wouldn't say sell the dog. What would be the word? They're trying to get the dog. Well, they're trying to get the buyers to be sold on the dog. So it sounds like one agent actually, I think, has found 19 homes for dogs in this manner. She's actually also using these dogs to...
so Domingo Perez, who's with Warburg Realty, and Catherine Landau, also a Warburg agent, they teamed up to partner with Animal Haven, a nonprofit org that finds homes for abandoned cats and dogs throughout the New York City area.
It's a great shtick. I mean, look at great content. I mean, you're now in a Realtor magazine article. I think it's wonderful. I think that it's great that they have that much passion. So they're bringing the dogs on showings. They're also, though, able to obviously meet tons of people, too, while they're out walking these dogs as well, like at a park or what have you. But what a great conversation starter. You're out meeting people.
Yeah, I mean, these two here, they recently hosted an adoption event with rescue animals during a real estate preview on a terrace of a building. So instead of just doing an open house, they said, you know what, we're gonna do this dog rescue event.
We always talk about shticks. There always has to be a shtick. This is a great shtick if you're a dog lover. It's a great way to get the dogs out. If anything, at least you're just getting these dogs out of the shelters for the day or the afternoon, taking them for a walk, showing them some love, and obviously also showing your character as an agent. This is actually an interesting follow-up to the last one because it's sort of showing obviously two very different characters.
And I think you as an agent want to start to work with people that are like you.
Right.
So if you're a dog lover.
Are you a dog lover?
If you're a dog lover, then you want to work with other dog lovers, you know? And so, putting events around this dog theme. I don't know about, some of them are picking up dogs and bringing them on showings. I guess you really got to understand that, hey, I'm going to be working with a dog lover today on my showings.
She did specify that she is asking everybody's permission. She is asking permission of obviously the seller as well as the buyer that there will be a dog with them.
To me, I think you'd want to have this event first, find out who in my database is a dog lover, lean into them more on these little dog tricks that you're doing.
Yeah, I mean, reading the article, it seems like they're much more successful in sort of getting new business from the dogs than actually getting the dog a home from their buyers.
And you want to carve out niches in your community.
It's great.
We've talked about Sandra Pike up in Nova Scotia in Canada. She has branded herself as Deals and Heels, and I think we've talked about her on the show, right? Maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe she could be the marketer next week.
Every week she could be.
Yes.
Every single deal that she closes, she posts on Instagram the new heels that she bought, so people see around, hey, deals and heels. She's branded herself. If you want to brand yourself the dog person, then you would lean into some of this type of events.
I think it's
and that
great.
kind of stuff.
I think it's, I mean, whether you're a dog lover or not,
and they're doing a nice thing by
yes.
One of them placed 15 dogs. We'll link this article up.
I thought it was 19
into permanent homes. So it's working.
It is working,
and it's almost like a you see some people that work with veterans, or they have a military base in their community. They say, hey, a percentage of my commissions go towards this. It's the same kind of thing where somebody is taking their time to place these dogs, which is charitable. And
I do feel like, though, too, having a dog there also sort of calms the situation, because obviously when you're buying a house, it's super stressful. Or if there's children, I mean, I can't tell you how many times as a real estate agent I've had to color with other people's kids, just so that the parents could at least walk through. So it's a good, I feel like there's lots of positives.
Dog people
here.
are wildly passionate. So like there have been agents that market themselves as the golf expert, the equestrian expert, farmland, whatever it may be. I haven't really seen anybody take it to this level and just go all in and be like, I am the doggy dog realtor.
Doggy dog.
The Snoop Dogg of
Dogg.
realtors. I am your guy or gal. I think it's everybody should have a niche. Everybody should be building a brand.
Yeah.
If you love it, do it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Apologize about that second racket, that usher, the burglary racket. I think that was the weakest racket we've ever done, ever.
Yeah, but you were able to deliver your nugget at the end. So
I did get my nugget off. There we go.
I feel like it was successful.
All right. Keep it real, guys. Appreciate you guys. If you are a fan of this show, I'd really love for you guys to subscribe up to the channel.
Up.
Yep.
Wait. There was a
subscribe down.
There was
smash the thumbs
smash.
up.
That was what it was.
Smash those
in the smash room.
And
the smush room.
The smush room. Smash the thumbs up in the smush room. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Keep it real.
Bye, guys.